Okay, Hogs, by nightfall I want this camp and inspection order. Do you read me loud and clear?
Yes, sir. Sir.
I said, do you read me loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
Outstanding.
Previously on the Real Movie Critics, and it's one of those things where I've learned very early. I learned early on that the customer is not always right. And to quote Ben Affleck from Mallrats, the customer is always an asshole. And that is a more accurate statement because the customer, well, I'm the customer. That doesn't give you right to be a fucking asshole. 100%. You need to be a little more realistic. Mm-hmm. I would hate to if somebody fucks up someone's order. Okay, cool. I'll remake it for you. Oh, I want it remade and I want my money back. I'm like, well, you can't have both. Pick one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Real Movie Critics, real reviews by real fans. As you saw in the opening montage, we did lose another actor this week, which is shitty. Robert Duvall, I think he was Academy Award-winning actor as well in such big movies as like The Godfather, The Great Santini. I think it was called Two Lions, I think is the name of that movie, or Secondhand Lion.
Secondhand Lions, yeah.
I think that's the one, yeah. So, I'm sorry, Scuba. Are you going to recite the chant for this movie that we're doing today?
You're not supposed to read that shit, man. That's bad news, man.
See, you're smarter than the guy in this movie. I'll tell you that right now, because he knew there was bad shit, but yet he did it anyway.
Dude, it was wrapped in a bag with barbed fucking wire. I mean, come on. Doesn't that tell you, leave it alone? But
I think it even said, don't say this, but whatever.
Yeah,
anyway, if you haven't figured it out by now, we're going to be reviewing the remake of Evil Dead that premiered on April 5th, 2013. I'm going to skip down to the budget for this one. Budget was $17 million. Opening weekend was 25, so they made their money back. And then the box office earnings was just a little over 97 million. So by that standard, it was a success, enough to have, I think 2 sequels, 1 or 2. I forget how many they did. I know Evil Dead Rise.
They're not technically sequels yet.
Yeah, not technically. They haven't really.
They haven't tied together yet.
And the movie was directed by Fede Alvarez. I've never heard of
Fede Alvarez.
Fede Alvarez, whatever. Never heard of him. This is the first movie I've seen him do. Or am I wrong? You're laughing. Am I wrong?
Oh my god!
He gave us Alien Romulus, dude. One of the best alien films.
Which he hasn't seen it. We know he hasn't.
Oh, I haven't.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Wow. Way to laugh at me for a movie I've never seen. You've seen it? Oh wait, no, you haven't. Dick.
We're not laughing at you. I mean, we're not laughing with you. We're laughing at you.
Yeah, I
just want to make that abundantly clear.
I know. Our cast today is Jane Levy as Mia, who, wow, holy fuck, she was impressive. I would put her up there with Sienna from the Terrifier movie because she was impressive. Shiloh Fernandez as David, the shitty brother that left her. We'll talk about that later. Jessica Lucas as Olivia, Elizabeth Blackmore as Natalie, and Lou Taylor Pucci as Eric. So only 5 people, 6 if you count the actual entity at the end of the movie, or 7 if you count the post-credit scene.
Don't forget about the dog.
Grandpa.
Don't forget about Grandpa.
Grandpa. Fun facts. We got a couple of fun facts for this one, and we talked about this right before we went to record. This movie used 70,000 gallons in fake blood, with 50K of it used in the final scene alone.
And until recently, this movie held the world record for the most fake blood used in a movie. And it just recently, within the last month, got surpassed by one movie. and that is
Okay.
what is his name? Markiplier? Is it Markiplier that did Iron Lung?
Iron Lung.
Iron Lung surpassed it by using 80,000 gallons of actual fake blood.
Yeah,
So
that ending.
that is now the world record holder. We do have 2 new Evil Dead movies coming out, so maybe one of them will surpass it. We shall see.
I mean, when it rains blood, that's
Dude, I was
bit
waiting
of-
for
a bit of
fucking
blood.
Slayer to start playing in that scene. Would have been fucking epic.
Rain and blood, man. That would have been cool.
They used almost entirely practical effects rather than CGI, which did cause some minor injuries, including stepping on nails and falling from rafters. And I've stepped on a nail before. That shit fucking
Mhm.
hurts.
Puncture wounds suck.
Especially in the soft part of your foot, like in between the arch and the heel. Oh, nope, I'm good. This movie was shot 95% in chronological order. So they went from pretty much what we saw is how they filmed.
Which
most
I feel is usually the best way to film because it makes editing so much easier.
Yep. I agree. Was shot in a remote area of Tennessee with a cabin that was designed to be secluded and unsettling. So I guess they didn't use the same one from the original way
So
back
the original
when.
cabin no longer exists.
No, that thing was already run down to begin with, even back then.
But I believe it got torn down and you can actually buy pieces of it online.
The iconic chainsaw that they teased a couple of times in this movie was fully functional, with the production team using reverse teeth to ensure it didn't actually cut anyone. So they just flipped the chain around. But that still would cause a burn if it hit
if it hit you, yeah, but that's why you rehearse shit.
Bruce Campbell, who was the star of the original one, was hesitant about a remake, but approved of the project when he learned it would feature new characters rather than recasting his iconic role. I can get behind that because that's the thing I hate about reboots. They just retell the same story again. And I'm like, I don't need to see this again. And even when it comes to origin stories, like that's the one thing that I did like about the MCU Spider-Man is we didn't get an origin story. I don't need to see Uncle Ben die again. We've seen it twice. I don't need to see it a third time.
If Uncle Ben even exists in that fucking universe, because we have never been given a clear.
That is true, because Aunt May is the one that said with
That was our Uncle Ben moment of the franchise or of that particular series.
Yeah.
So
it was originally given an NC-17 rating before it was edited down to an R. I can only imagine how much gore they had to shit, gotta cut that out. And oh no, we gotta cut that out. I can't imagine having to edit the movie from an NC-17 to an R.
Well, don't take much. It's not much. It's a very fine line.
But I understand there is an unrated edition of this movie.
There is.
I'm curious about that one now. I may have to watch that.
Gore.
The director insisted on no cheap jump scares and avoided using pop songs, focusing instead on the building of tension, which worked because I jumped. I was like, "Oh, you fucking asshole!"
You know how many times I jumped in this movie?
Zero. Yeah, because you've seen it before. This is my first time watching it. Well, you can ask dipshit down here. The first time I saw Jaws, I forget what.
I know what scene it was. It was a scene when he's like, slow ahead. I'll go slow ahead. Come here and chop some of this shit. And the shark comes out of the water. He's like, God damn. I was like,
and it's funny because I've seen that video a million times, and you would think I'd be prepared for that. But yeah. But in this movie, I was laying in bed watching it. I just kind of like, oh, fuck. Okay, cool. Now, normally, I would talk about the movie because most of the movies we talk about, I've seen multiple times. But because it is Scuba's birthday and we're recording the day before his birthday, so we want to say happy birthday to Lord Scuba-Cabra.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
So I am going to hand the baton over to Scuba and let him talk about this movie, and we will interject. So,
all right. So I want to start off by saying the very first time that I watched this movie, I absolutely hated it. I felt like it just did not stick with the theme of the original films. Yes, we had demons. Yes, we had, some gore, but it was missing something. It was missing that comedic aspect that we got from Ash. Evil Dead 2 is one of my favorite films, and it's very slapsticky. It's a great fucking movie. Bruce Campbell just fucking kills it in that movie.
Yeah.
And So when I watched this, I went in with the expectation of, like you said, it's a remake. This movie is not a remake. This movie is 100% a reboot of the Evil Dead franchise. Now, the first time I watched it, I walked out during the credits. I didn't appreciate it for what it was. It wasn't until it came out on physical that I bought it. I watched it again to give it a second chance. And I sat through the entire credits. And at the end of this fucking movie, that one little fucking clip we get of Ash, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, it's fucking 2026. You've had 13 years. Just adding that little clip of Ash saying Groovy sold the whole fucking movie for me. But let me tell you why. What was balls deep into this series called Hail to the Queen. And it is essentially Ash hopping through different universes and finding versions of himself. This version of Ash was a female. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's what this is. Mia is the female iteration of Ash in this realm. So what we see at the end isn't just them giving a nod to Ash. That was Ash actually watching what was going on in this universe from afar. So the whole Groovy was like, cool, I found her. That's her.
That was good.
Yeah. So so this movie starts off in very, very, very familiar territory. We get the cabin in the woods. We get a group of people. That's what we get in the original. Cool. They're all different characters. None of them are any character that we ever saw before. But it leads you to believe that the movie will play out exactly the way the first one did. And then we're given a curveball. Mia is, in fact, the main protagonist. We're led to believe that David is going to be the one, just the way Ash was, that was the final survivor. And then, of course, we see throughout the film, after all these bad things happen, that he's not. It's Mia. I love that. I love that curveball in this film. I love the fact that we get little nods to the OG Evil Dead. For instance, I don't know if you noticed it, Chris. Ash's car is the car that Mia's sitting on.
Fuck, I did not notice that.
When they first arrive, she's sitting there. That's Ash's car.
Whoa.
So did this take place at the same cabin? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know until the final end, and we see that it's a completely different, world. But in the world of Evil Dead, and we see it in Army of Darkness, there's 3 books. Okay, there's 3 Necronomicons. When Ash goes to pick the one, and they start kicking his ass or whatever, that didn't really come into play until this film, where they explained that later on that those 3 books are actually canonical to the films that we have now. This film and Evil Dead Rise. There are 3 Necronomicons, and they all exist in different points of, if you want, multiversal bullshit. You know what I mean? And so we've seen all 3 books already. So with the new Evil Dead film, I don't know where it's going to go. I have no idea, but they've already announced 2 films. So we're getting Evil Dead Burn, and then we're getting Evil Dead Wrath. There is also speculation that Bruce Campbell will be coming back for Evil Dead Wrath. Now, what I would like to see in Evil Dead Wrath is a almost Endgame style film where everybody from the previous films come together to fight this ultimate Kandarian demon or whatever the fuck. Now, we did see an end to Ash's character per se in Ash versus Evil Dead.
Kind of, sort of.
But, it's time travel shenanigans. You know what I mean? We saw where he ended up, depending on what version of Army of Darkness you saw. You either got the happy ending, the bad ending.
Yeah.
I think there's like 3 different endings to the film.
I went too
At least
far.
2 that I'm aware of, yeah.
Yeah, there's that one, and then there's the happy ending where we see, he's there in the store or whatever. But so it can go anywhere. And that's the great thing about Evil Dead, is that once they start tying all of these in together, and once they confirm that, yes, this movie exists in the original Evil Dead universe, that's what makes this movie great. The gore in it is phenomenal. It took me watching it for Gore and More a couple of years ago for me to sit down and realize exactly how much I love this film. It is such a great movie. The premise is great. The characters are grounded characters. They're people that we know. They're dealing with this, the reason they go to the cabin in the first place is to try to get Mia to kick her drug habit, and so we get these characters to come together. Granted, we don't get much backstory. There's not a lot of character development, but we really don't need it in this kind of movie. We get the little bit of nods that we know. The one girl's a nurse, the girlfriend's a whatever doctor or whatever the fuck she said, and David's the brother that left her and her mom, whatever, and then the friend is a fucking school teacher,
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. This movie just does not disappoint. There's not a point in this film where I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's move to the next one. It completely immerses you in the storytelling. It completely immerses you in what is going on with these characters and the struggle that Mia is going through before we even get to the actual demon part of it. The opening of this film is so fucking great. And we didn't see anything like this in the original films. There was nothing leading up to, leading us to believe that anything to that nature occurred in the cabin. We do know that Professor Nobi was there. And what's great is that we also know that Nobi, or a version of Nobi, was at this cabin as well. So how it all ties in the grander universe of the Evil Dead, I don't know. But in the comics, there's so many different things, so many different places that Ash has been. He's been in the Reanimator universe. He's been in the fucking Marvel Zombies universe. He's been everywhere. Ash is a multiversal time hopper, you name it. Ash has done it. So if they were to bring some sort of those aspects to the final film, I'm all for it. Now, I don't know if they'll go that route because after 2013, it's a more grounded universe. Everything is very gory, very dark. Evil Dead Rise was one of those films too that was very dark, and I don't see how Ash would fit. I was actually talking to my buddy Gene, and he was like, "Oh, this movie was missing Ash, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, you know what? I love Ash. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think Ash would have made it out alive in this universe. Things were just way too dark. You gotta remember the Kandarian demons in the first two films, and even in Army of Darkness, they're very goofy, very campy. They're very killing things and they're possessing things, but it's not to this extent. This movie kicks it up to fucking 11 and delivers every single fucking punch.
They don't fuck around in this movie at all. They
don't fuck around at all.
What would you say if you had Ash and you said the Evil Dead Wrath? What if they did what they did in the Terminator series? Is they kill off John Connor in the first 5 minutes of the opening act of the movie? Would you be upset about that?
No, not at all, because
on the fact that you said, I remember watching Evil Dead and it was very campy. It was very slapstick, just like you said. This one was more just dark.
It's like fucking brutal, dude.
Not just the lighting, because it was fucking dark, but it was just dark. It was, fucking Mia's telling you all die tonight and fucking disappears. It's like, okay, who the fuck's the first one to go? You know? Yeah. So I mean, and that's my question though. If Ash died in the first fucking 5 minutes, really, Ash dies and his last words, Groovy, and then
No, I think he would. I think if Ash dies in the final film, I'm okay with it, man. Bruce Campbell has done the character justice. Even if he's just there for a short cameo and then dies, hey, it is what it is, man. He's not going to be around forever. The character can't be around forever. Nobody else will ever able to fucking fill the boots of Ash Williams.
Definitely not.
And so I feel like handing the reins off to somebody else, whether it be Mia or somebody else, hey, I'm all for it, man. If you can still keep delivering awesome Evil Dead films without the original character, I'm all for it.
As long as they can do it in a way that makes sense and it works. If you do it some half-ass way, you're just going to piss me and the rest of the fans off, period.
Well, Mia's already halfway there. She did pry her own arm off and put the chainsaw, or put her hand in the chainsaw and chop the demon to death at the end of the movie. So she's already halfway there.
Which I am so glad that we still get the possessed hand. which is one of my all-time favorite scenes in Evil Dead 2 is when fucking Ash starts beating the shit out of himself and then cuts the hand off. Very comical.
Yeah.
We get that same scene, and it is nothing like it is in Evil Dead 2. It is grotesque. It's painful.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
it just, like I said, it takes bits of the originals, Evil Dead 1 and 2, and just amplifies them.
It grounded it a
And
little bit.
and
kinda
so,
humbled it,
but I
yeah.
love that it's not Mia cutting her hand off. It's not David cutting his hand off. It's just a random side character.
It was the girlfriend, yeah.
Yeah. She's a throwaway character. She's there for cannon fodder.
She kind of is.
And so,
Yeah.
but I love that it's her, because then you're like, well, what the fuck? Like, so we get 2 hand amputations in this, and the way Mia loses her arm or her hand, I will say, is a lot more painful looking than Ash chopping off his own fucking hand with a chainsaw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she.
because that Jeep weighs a couple tons, and it's just flattened her hand. I mean, her wrist was broken at that point anyway, so it's like you're just ripping the bone off at that point.
Yeah, but goddamn, dude. I mean, she rips it off like a boss too. Like, goddamn.
And then when we finally get the scene where, she does jam her hand in the chainsaw, it's like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And granted, she's not Ash, and she was not meant to be Ash. She is her own character who went through something similar that Ash went through and prevailed. She is the chosen one of that realm, per se. We never got any confirmation on what, if anything occurred after the fact. There's nothing, we don't even get nods of it in Evil Dead Rise.
Not a bit.
But this movie, even as a standalone film, is fucking amazing. I don't have anything bad to say about this film. Makeup was on point. I love the fact that they relied heavily on practical effects. I am a practical effect kind of guy. I am a sucker for practical effects. CGI when needed, but as a whole effect, no. Practical effects is always the way to go.
See,
And-
good.
I was gonna say, my question to Mia would be at this point that she did have a drug issue. She did OD and was legally dead for a moment. I wonder if this was her moment of clarity, that she's like, nope, I'm not doing drugs ever. Was this the moment of clarity? Or
it is no. It is the moment of clarity, because when she was possessed by the Deadite, she was in hell. The Deadite was not lying. She was not in that body anymore. She was in hell. Everything that the Deadite said was happening to her was happening. That's the fucking wake up call. That is why when she came back, she's not going back to drugs. There's no fucking way that this character goes back to her old ways.
She hit rock bottom, literally rock bottom.
I mean, and she's died twice. And the first time,
Right.
nothing happened. She came back, and so she continued her ways because she did not see what happens when you truly get sent to hell or whatever, and these demons, they fucking did their thing.
I mean, if she died twice, I hear if you died a third time, you get a free toaster. So,
We'll see.
Well, I want a taco, goddammit. The whole drug addiction thing, I thought that was so clever how they handled that. The fact that, things start to go to shit for her, and everybody just thinks that it's withdrawals. That nobody wants to believe anything that's going on with her, but it's like she knows exactly what's happening. Even the fact that she can smell the shit in the basement, but nobody else can smell it, but her senses were so heightened at that point in time.
Well,
I just thought it was clever.
It's great too, because it makes her the weakest of the bunch. So you don't think that she's going to be the one to survive to the very end, because she's the first one possessed. Everything bad is happening to her. And the fact that she is going through withdrawals and she is drug addicted shows that she is the weakest of the bunch. And that's who the demons focus on anyways, whoever the weakest is.
You take out the weak link first. Can we talk about Mia puking on the fucking nurse? Like, just that.
Hey, yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah.
And with her being a nurse, and I've known a couple of nurses in my life and a couple of nurse practitioners, and they get fluids on them, they wig the fuck out. They are, because you don't know what that person may have, if they've got hepatitis or they've got AIDS or they got whatever. So her wigging out the way she did was spot on accurate, because you know, they're in her washing her face and trying to get she's just a ball of nerves, and she's like, oh my God, what does she give me? What do I have? Which it didn't matter. She ended up cutting off her own fucking face anyway.
Yeah,
so.
dude, it's fucking brutal, bro. Everything that happens to everybody in this film is fucking brutal. And then it's also great too, because we completely kind of forget about the teacher. We forget about him, and we've, because he died. So we're just like, oh, cool. Obviously the demons didn't forget about him, because when we get what we think is going to be a happy ending, and it leads you to that point where you're like, oh, the movie's over. Cool. They survived, and the movie could have ended with them leaving. And dude.
Yeah, but that's too easy.
No, and it is. But that's what I love about this movie, because you get that curveball and you're like, oh, shit, I forgot about him. Now, if David would have just got the keys and left, he'd have been okay. He would have been okay. And there would have been 2 survivors in this movie. Would we have gotten that awesome battle at the end? I don't know. But
no. But then again, the teacher, Eric, kind of deserved, because he's the one that summoned everything. He's the smartest dude in the fucking room, and he's
a
like,
fool.
There's always one. Just
he's
like
a goddamn fool.
Ash was the one who read from the book in the first one. You know what I mean? There's always somebody that's going to fuck it. And I know you've never seen Evil Dead Rise, but
I'm gonna have to watch it now.
The little boy is the one that reads from the book, and the way that they find the Necronomicon is actually kind of clever, in my opinion. But this,
I was gonna say, didn't in Evil Dead 2, when Ash was at the cabin, wasn't he waiting for someone to show up with him? I could have sworn he was like doing a rendezvous or something. I don't remember.
So Evil Dead 2, when at the beginning of the film is just a retelling of Evil Dead 1 without all the other characters.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we don't get to see that, he had his friends there and everybody else that died. We just see Ash and his girlfriend up there for a romantic weekend. They just kind of summarized everything that occurred in the first one. He wasn't expecting anybody else, but it's the Nobi's cabin. The daughter shows up and, gets those 2 rednecks to take her to the cabin because the road's out, whatever the fuck. And that's how we get this new group of people to show up at the cabin in part 2.
Yeah, it's the last time I saw Evil Dead 2 and was at the draft house when we went and saw.
Dude, that was a long time ago.
Evil Dead 2 and I think Army of Darkness, or was it Evil Dead 1?
It was Evil Dead 2 and then Army of Darkness, which is fine considering what he said, that the second movie recaps the first movie within like 5 minutes or whatever. So
yeah.
And that was my first. I remember that being my first question. Like, do I need to watch the first one? He's like, no, they recap it in the first 10 minutes of the movie. I'm like, oh, okay.
And
cool.
I will say this:
whatever.
There are very, very few films where the reboot surpasses the original, and this is one of them.
Oh yeah,
this is one of them.
I
will die on that hill. This 2013 reboot of Evil Dead is way fucking better than the original Evil Dead.
You ain't dying alone.
Granted, we wouldn't have gotten it if it wasn't for the original, so I respect the original for what it is, but this film is 1,000% better than the original film.
But this brings up another question I just thought about. And you're saying that the remake is better than the original, which the original was done by Sam Raimi. Do you think the director did a better? Who directed it was the reason for it being better, or do you think Sam Raimi could have done just as good of a job?
I think Raimi could have done. I think Raimi would have done a way better job, but it wouldn't have been what we got. It would have been a little bit more campy. It would have been a little bit more Sam Raimi, And I don't know that he needed to remake his own film. You know what I mean? But I think Fede Alvarez did an amazing job. He's done an amazing job on the other movies that he's done, especially in ones where he's continuing a legacy, and it's working, man. And I'm just excited for the future of this franchise. Hands down, first movie I ever saw. I didn't even know Evil Dead 1 and 2 existed. Army of Darkness was the first one I saw.
Yep, same here.
When I realized, holy shit, this isn't the first one. There's a prequel, there's other movies. I went out and rented at Hollywood Video in Annabelle. Went in fucking rented both 1 and 2 and watched them. And I was like, holy shit, this is fucking awesome. And that is where my love for this franchise comes. It's such a great fucking movie. The whole franchise is great. I don't have anything bad to say about any of the films. Evil Dead Rise was missing one thing, And it's one thing that every Evil Dead film needs. And it's a small thing. It's such a small thing. And I feel like if they would have added it into Evil Dead Rise, it would have made it a lot better. And it's a build scene. We always get those quick cut build scenes where they're building something, like when David's building the little fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
We get it where Ash is fucking doing the whole chainsaw thing. You know what I mean? We get it in every single film, but we didn't get it in Evil Dead Rise. And they had the perfect opportunity to do it when the little brother was putting together there's a stereo thing that he's putting together with a record player and shit. That would have been like the perfect fucking moment to throw that in, and they didn't do it. It was a missed opportunity.
I do find it funny that, and I know enough about the franchise that when he went in the shed and he's looking for tool, the brother David, and the chainsaw was right there, and I went, he didn't do anything, and I'm like, oh, disappointed. And then Mia comes back to it later, and she grabs it. I'm like, there. That's when I was like, oh fuck, she's the one. Okay,
because it wasn't meant for him. It was meant for her.
Yeah,
she is the chosen one.
But I love the process of her grabbing the chainsaw, where she saw the machete first and like, oh, and let me grab that. But then she sees the chainsaw. Reminds me of that scene from Pulp Fiction when Bruce Willis is trying to decide what weapon to go with. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help when she grabbed the chainsaw. I was just like, yeah, dude, that's fucking cool. I don't know enough about. I mean, I know enough to hold a conversation, but you might lose me here and there. But even I was like, I can respect that they teased that chainsaw twice, and the second time it's like, oh, it's going to be the girl. The girl's going to be the fucking hero of this story, despite her dying for like a minute and then David bringing her back. Honestly, I thought she was going to kill him. I thought it was another entity of the demon. I'm like, this isn't looking good because she's been. Why are you doing this? My mother hated you. She can't wait to see you in hell. And I'm just like, what?
Oh. When she starts singing to him down in the cellar to keep him from setting the place on fire, that's also another nod to the original film. So, and there are some really nice nods too. Like we already talked about the girlfriend lopping off her arm, but did you catch the drawing in the book, the nod to the original cover to the original film? Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Just wanted to make sure you caught it because I thought the drawing was pretty nice.
Yeah. Wow. Again, I don't normally rate the movie until after we're done talking, because I may have missed some points, which I did, obviously. But then again, this is the first time I've seen this movie. Will I go back and watch it again? More than likely, because now I need to go back and watch the other ones when they come out. Any last things you want to add to the review, Psycho? Because I know you've got notes.
Oh, I got plenty. I've always felt a lot of horror movies feel the need to start with a bang, and this movie doesn't disappoint. It comes right out of nowhere. You think, oh, what are these guys doing to this random girl? But then we find out, oh, there's a reason why they're doing all this. Oh shit, okay. Because she's sitting there pleading with them, why are you doing this? And then finally, I will eat your soul, Daddy. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I think they fucked up in that scene. Well, not fucked up, but I think the people that were doing the chant and all that, you're supposed to burn them alive. I don't think she was done burning because he shot her in the fucking head. So she wasn't totally cleansed.
Well, she wasn't totally cleansed, but the thing was, it was dormant.
Yeah, for a while.
It was fine until fucking dickbag read from the book.
Yeah. But I'm on a different side of the boat from you, Scuba. I love this movie immediately. Because, I mean, this came out at a time after from 2000 to 2009, 10, whatever. There were so many fucking remakes that were coming out. Yep. So many. I mean, I could name off 30 of them right now if I wanted to. I'm not going to, but I could. But there were so many of them that were just kind of cheap, half-ass.
We're talking about you, Friday the 13th.
Excuse me?
The remake?
I love the remake, sir. I'm sorry. I love the remake. It is infinite.
I love the story. I don't love the Jason design.
I'm sorry. Jason is more of a badass in this one, and they make him smart. I'm sorry.
And I hate that. No, I hate that.
It's a reimagining, man. We're doing something different. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I loved about this movie. How it was
okay.
Darker
Okay,
than
let me
the
take it back.
original.
Let me take it back. We're talking about you, Nightmare on Elm Street.
There you go. Put the hate where it belongs, man. No, we can agree on that. Nightmare on Elm Street remake is
now
almost complete dog shit.
If we're gonna bring up reboots or remakes of horror movies, the one that I appreciated, and this is gonna come out of left field for both of y'all, is Halloween. I am not a fan of Halloween.
Hold on. We ranked. We haven't gone through the whole series on Gore and More, but for one Halloween episode, we ranked our list of all the Halloween films.
Yeah.
And I had a very, very
Controversial.
controversial
Yeah.
number one for me, and it was the Rob Zombie remake of Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah. And for me, I mean, I've seen the original Halloween, and I was always like even with Nightmare on Elm Street, we know why Freddy's the way he is. He was pedophile. He was burned by a bunch of the parents. Jason
Child
Voorhees-
murderer, not a pedophile.
Okay. Well, they changed it in the remake. Did they
Yeah,
not?
that's one of the
Okay,
things
that's
I
why-
did not like.
that's why-
So, well, in the original script for the Wes Craven one, in the original script, he was a pedophile, but they changed it
Thank God.
because something there was something was going on in the news or something about
Mhm.
a pedophile that had been caught or something, and they just didn't want to put that
Makes sense.
bad taste in people's mouths with making him that. So they just made him a child killer.
And I think it works better that way. I don't want.
It does.
I didn't care for the whole pedophilia thing in the remake. I was like,
But I
You
mean,
know-
even in the later sequels, you kind of
there's like
get those nods that he's into, younger
that's
girls.
more of a personal interpretation of the
Yeah.
viewer
And even-
aspect, in my opinion. But
With the Friday the 13th movies, he was drowned. The bunch of kids at the camp drowned him, and so he's out. Well, the mother was the first villain, for those that don't know, and then he does his thing. But Mike Myers didn't really have any kind of origin. He just fucking killed people. He was just fucking people up. With the Rob Zombie version, we got the origin story that I wanted, which is why I enjoy it. I'm like, fuck yeah, I need to know why he's fucking.
And a lot of people hate that. A lot of people hate the fact that
fucking love
they gave Michael a reason for
It gives the
doing what
character
he's
more-
doing.
It gives the
It
character.
does. It does. It's in
really
depth. And I hate part 2. Don't get me wrong. I hate Rob Zombie's second one. He even hates that film. He only did it because he had to do it contractually.
Yeah.
But it's such a step down from the first film. But
the White Queen, dude. The White
Yeah,
Queen.
yeah,
That's all I'm gonna fucking say. That's all I'm gonna say.
I watched the second one.
But even like Halloween 3, I love Halloween 3. People shit on Season of the Witch because it doesn't have fucking Michael Myers in it. To have none. I fucking love it. I think I put Season of the Witch in my top 3 for sure.
It would be my top 3 as well. I love that movie. Love
Yep.
it. Tom Atkins' character is not the perfect character.
Whoa.
He's kind of an
Tom
ass.
Askins, because we
It's
get that
Atkins.
sweet. No, it's Askins because we get to see his sweet ass in that movie.
Oh my
my
god! But we don't
Yeah.
care about all that. We want to know what the Rotten Tomatoes scores were. And on this particular one, I took both the original and the remake scores. Scuba hit on the noggin last time. I'm going to go with the Psycho here.
Oh.
What do you think the critic, score was for both this movie and the remake? And there is a distinct difference between the two.
You talking about the original and the remake?
Yeah, give me the remake first, and then give me the original.
I'm gonna say 85% for the remake, and I don't know, 70% for the original, maybe.
Damn.
Nope.
What?
Nope. Flip those.
Oh man.
64% for the remake and 85% for the original.
Okay, big ups to the original. Okay, that's nice, but really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Now, Scuba, the fans, same question. Same
For
order.
the OG.
For the
Ooh,
OG and the do the remake and then the OG.
I'm gonna say remake because, like I said, it took me a while to like it. I'm gonna say the remake, probably around the same as the Rotten Tomato score. So like 63, 64%, maybe 65, the highest
Yeah.
for the remake, and then for the OG, it's got to be high, dude. It's got to be like 85, 86.
You're reading my notes again, aren't you?
I don't have access to your notes.
The critics and the fans score was the same, 64%.
Oh wow,
The fans for the OG was one less, 84.
wow.
Bunch of haters.
Well, it's only 1% off. And,
I wonder what it is for Evil Dead 2.
but here's the thing, though. You got to remember is that not everybody likes change to their. And this pertains more to the Psycho than you, Scoop. Is that although maybe you would know this too, when the original or when the 2009 Star Trek came out with the Kelvin timeline and all the changes that they were making. People were not happy about it.
Yeah. And you know what?
Like it, though.
I enjoy the Star Trek remakes.
That
I enjoy them more than any of the fucking OG ones.
See, and
Even more than Wrath of Khan?
I don't think he's seen Wrath of Khan.
He said he saw them all, right?
I had to have seen them when I was younger, but it just never was something that like stuck with me.
But
The only thing I know from Wrath of Khan is the meme.
Yeah, I think everybody does. To answer your question about Evil Dead 2, 88% on the tomato meter and 89% on the popcorn meter.
so not much different.
That's
Fuck.
fair though.
Fuck.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Woo.
But we don't care about Rotten Tomatoes. We want to know what we think about this movie. So, Psycho Nerd, what would we need to talk about? The rating?
Bloody chainsaw.
What? Yeah, bloody chainsaws.
Bloody chainsaws or bloody severed hands?
Oh, you know what? We're going severed hands. And
Severed
since it is my birthday, I'm going to start off by saying, Psycho Nerd, let's hear your score for this film.
Oh, it's a fucking 5 all across the board. I love this movie. I loved it from the first time I saw it. I thought it was different enough from the original that, you know, it was a much darker tone, and that's good because that's what a goddamn reimagining is supposed to be. You don't do the same fucking thing. Talking to you, Nightmare on Elm Street. God damn you.
All right. We got a 5 from our Psycho Nerd. Now, what about you, Zodiac, Mr. Bring the score down all the time.
I swear to God,
Now,
man.
no. We did mention that it is, tomorrow's my birthday, but we didn't mention that yesterday
Thursday.
or Thursday. I thought today was Friday. I don't know why. So, Thursday was your fucking birthday. So happy belated birthday, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
How does it feel to be 56 now? Like,
I am not 56.
you're almost at that AARP discount.
No, that starts at 50, Dick.
Oh.
Yeah. But I haven't got that in the mail yet. I'm keeping an eye out for it.
All right, so let's hear your score for 2013 Evil Dead.
I'm going to agree with you that I think that this remake is better than the original by far. Again, like you said, it was very campy. It was very slapstick. This one, they let us know in the first 5 minutes what they're going to do.
Okay, so with that in mind, what would you give the original?
Ooh. I would probably give the original a 3.5.
Whoa.
But again, I've only seen that movie once or twice. I'd probably have to go back.
Yeah.
If I watched it again, I'd probably give it a better review. But again, this one, and I've learned from Devil's Rejects and the Terrifier movies, don't go in anticipating anything. Just fucking enjoy it for what it is, which is what I did with this movie. Granted, I watched it first thing this morning, so it's a little, after the day I had yesterday, I was like, I need some. It's pretty bad when a horror movie is making you bringing you comfort first thing in the morning. Now
You're clearly not a major horror fan because
Mel goes, Mel goes, I love how this is just background noise for you. I said, baby, but all horror movies are just fucking background noise for me. She's like, yeah, it still weirds me out that you're so comfortable going to sleep with horror movies on. I'm like, there's something about screams that warms my soul.
We're horror fans, man.
Yep.
Don't judge us.
Now, is this movie perfect? I don't think it is. No movie is really perfect. I'm going to break your hearts. I'm not going to give it a 5, but I'm not giving it a 4 either. I'm giving it a 4.5 just because, like I said, this is a good movie. Will I watch it again?
You know what's great?
What?
Since it's my birthday, I'm giving you an extra 0.5, and I'm giving this movie a 5 as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, Evil Dead 2013 gets a 5. 5.
Wow.
5.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't help it.
5.
It's gonna be 5. Wow. Overwritten on my own fucking show. But
Hey, you gave him the reins,
I
man.
will
You gave
allow
him
it.
the reins.
I will allow that. I will allow it. I'm not even.
You know what? It's fine because I'm pulling the same shit on fucking Monday for Gore and More because we're watching a movie that is neither gore and it's
Or more.
totally in the and more category. And I don't know if the boys are going to like it. So I'm pulling the same fucking card.
And what are you watching?
Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon. You've never seen The Last Dragon?
I thought you said something before The Last Dragon. I thought
I
it was
did.
different.
Barry Gordy's.
Okay, no, The Last. Okay, I thought that was a full title. I was like, okay, never heard of that, but no, Last Dragon. Who's the master? I am.
I am.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Wow.
God, that's a fucked up movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one in forever. I need to watch it again. It's been
I just
all right.
watched it
I
yesterday, and
will.
I'm watching it again tomorrow.
I will allow that because it is your birthday.
I'm so glad you gave it a 5. I'm so glad. You
I
gave
know,
it a 5.
right? God, it totally
Like,
came out of
woo!
nowhere,
Yeah,
man.
totally came out of
Damn.
nowhere. We are rewriting history on this show. Goddamn it!
Woo!
Now I can be a dick when you. Oh, this movie's a 5. No, it's not. It's a 4. Fuck you.
No. It only works on your birthday, and you missed it
Well, it didn't
doing it
matter.
on your birthday.
We all gave Clerks a 5, so it doesn't
We
matter.
did. So
So it didn't matter.
even if I gave it a 4.5, now Psycho can do the same shit for his birthday.
Which
I
reminds.
still
So
haven't
reminds
figured out
me-
which movie I'm going to
We're
pick.
only allowed a 0.5 dividend, so you better
Yeah.
hope you better pick a fucking movie that he's at least gonna give a 4.5 to.
Yeah.
You
Well-
know, I'm still debating on that.
On the books, he has picked Spaceballs for his movie, but that's not.
I
so bad.
did, but now I'm thinking twice. I'm like, maybe I want him to watch something he's never seen before that might knock his socks off. I was debating on a few different ideas, like The Menu. I was thinking about The Menu because I fucking love The Menu. That was my favorite movie of the year it came out. I think
Bastard.
2022.
So
What?
the first you do, you tubby bastard.
Fuck you. It's got Ray Fiennes, motherfucker. Come on,
Oh,
Ray
it's got him
Fiennes.
in it, man. Actually,
It's got Ray Fiennes. Thank you
Make
very
him watch
much.
Malignant. You want to talk about a fucking curveball? Oh.
You know what?
Oh.
If I'm gonna do Hereditary,
Oh.
dude. Oh my god, that would be the one to go.
No,
for.
what was the one? Fuck. Oh my god. Was it Let Me In? No, not Let Me In.
That the right one in or something
With the hand.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? The guys that did Bring Her Back. That was their second movie.
Yes.
Oh my god. Shit. What the fuck is the title? God damn.
You
I
know
can't
what?
think of the title.
If those that are watching and listening, if you know what movie they're talking about, please comment.
Oh my lord.
Below and let us know because I have no fucking clue what they're talking about. at this
Dude, it's
Oh my
like
God,
on the
it's-
tip of my tongue.
I know it's right there, and I can't think of it.
We're gonna hit the stop recording button, and as soon as I do, you're gonna go, oh, it's fill in the blank. I guarantee it every time.
Shit.
But this will conclude this particular review of the Evil Dead remake from 2013.
Anyways, what do we have coming up in March?
Our first new movie of the year, Scream
Ooh.
7, comes out next weekend. We'll be checking that. We'll be reviewing that. We'll coordinate that after we're done recording here.
I am going to try my best to go watch it. Mel just got another job that she's now working at Rockets as well. So if I can swing it, I won't be able to watch it Thursday, but I may be able to get up early Saturday and go watch it Saturday.
I'm thinking,
So if
I
I
was
can-
actually thinking the same thing, actually.
So if I can swing it and watch it Saturday, we'll go watch it. I'm not super stoked for it,
Yeah.
but
I'm itchy,
I've seen,
but-
I'm invested in the Scream franchise. I want to see where it goes, so we'll see.
But again, we'll be doing Scream 7. We'll probably record that on Saturday and then throw it out on Monday. Because March is St. Patrick's Day month, we'll be doing 3 movies with a leprechaun or a St. Patrick's Day Irish theme to it. We'll be doing Boondock Saints, The Departed, and the original Leprechaun.
The first time where it's a horror movie and we're like, man.
Oh, dude,
And
I saw that
then-
movie for the first time not even like 2 years ago at the Draft House. Hated it. Did not like it at all.
It's got its charms,
A little.
but it's very dated for sure.
I
Yeah.
want to be gold. It's like, okay, we got it. You want your gold. Shut
Fuck
the
you,
fuck
Lucky
up.
Charms.
Fuck you, Lucky Charms. That's great.
It does have Jennifer Aniston in it, though.
All kinds of oranges, but yeah.
And we're going to end the month of March with one of my personal favorite movies. I think everybody here likes this movie as well. Employee of the Month. This is an 81 Honda. How dare you? Definitely we got a full month. And then for WrestleMania weekend, we're going to be doing No Holds Barred. That'll be coming up. in April.
Fuck that. Ready to Rumble.
God, I don't want to watch that movie.
Fucking stupid. That
Dude,
movie is
love
so
that
good.
movie.
I just watched No Hold Barred the other like a couple of months ago.
Yeah. We don't
What
always
is this?
review good movies, though, you know.
No, we don't. We can watch shitty movies, but
Well, according to y'all, we're going to be reviewing Green
Well, what?
Lantern. That's a shitty movie.
It is a shitty movie.
it is very
you.
shitty.
But you know what? You can watch No Holds Barred. You can put that on the On the
Crypto
cringe down the road.
Oh,
You could be my special guest for that one.
I like that. I like that idea, actually.
I'm down.
All right, fine. Well, Ready to Rumble. I'm not the biggest fan of that movie, but I'll fucking watch it.
Dude, that movie is fucking great. How do you love Clerks and Clerks 2, but you don't love Ready to Rumble?
I mean,
it's such an absurd, stupid fucking movie.
It really is. I see why
I
people
will
don't like it,
you.
but I love it. Oliver Platt, love him in that movie.
And we get John Cena in the movie too for like a second in an unnamed role.
Of course, you had to bring that shit up.
Well, you really can't see him, but he's there.
That's how he came up with the tagline. Because he was like, "Oh, I wasn't ready to rumble," and people were like, "Where are you at?" And he's like, "You can't see me."
Wouldn't it be funny? Hey, wouldn't it be funny if that's how it really happened?
But anyway, that's upcoming in the month of March, and then looking ahead to WrestleMania season. But before we close out, Psycho Nerd, promote your shit.
Yes, you can find me on YouTube currently. I have the Repeat Movie Viewer. That's the name of my YouTube channel. My subscription has gone up in the past week, and it's making my head spin. I did that video about 17 subscribers. I'm already up to like 23 all of a sudden. Like, thank you very much. I appreciate it. There hasn't been a lot of content the last couple of days, only because of the work schedule kind of fucked me. But that's okay. We got more shit coming. Don't even worry about that. And also my podcast is on the same channel, Psycho Nerd Podcast. Check it out. We got new episodes coming.
Lord Scuba-Cabra.
Well, as you all know, I have Gore and More. People love horror movies or movies in general because now we're dipping our toes into other genres instead of just horror. You can tune in on Mondays, 6 p.m. our time here on Facebook or on our YouTube page. Let's see, what else do I got going on? All content. I keep saying all content. Apex Championship Entertainment. If you love backyard wrestling, we are your company for the best goddamn backyard wrestling in the Coastal Bend. Give us a view on YouTube, follow our Facebook page, all that cool shit. And I would like to announce here, I already made the TikTok announcement. I haven't put it on Facebook yet, but I will be starting my new show very soon. I am doing a new podcast called Real Crimes, and it is going to be an in-depth dive into murders that occurred in horror films. So I will be discussing horror movies as if they really occurred. I will be placing myself in that universe as a podcaster, talking about the murders, analyzing them, giving you police versions of what occurred. Episode 1 will be the Crystal Lake murders.
Oh.
Tune in. I don't have a date for it yet. I'm currently writing the show right now, trying to think of, different things that I want to do. I kind of want to give it like an unsolved mysteries type of feel in the vein of it being a true crime podcast with these made up crimes, but it'll be a way to analyze these films in a way that somebody never has before, and deep diving into the psyche of the killers or killer per se. And then, like I said, the first one will be Crystal Lake Murders. That'll be solely focused on Pamela Voorhees and her motives and everything that occurred, the victims that she killed. And yeah, so tune in to Real Crimes. Once I have a release date, it'll be all over Facebook, TikTok. My TikTok is Lord_Scuba-Cabra. Give me a follow and be ready for some awesomeness.
And
You're gonna do it like a documentary, right?
It's gonna be like a documentary. Well, it's gonna be podcast style. What I really, really would love to do is to have like dramatical reenactments thrown in there as well. But I don't have the production budget for it. It'd be really awesome, but unfortunately I don't have the money for that. So it's just going to be a mockumentary of sorts in a podcast form.
Why not bring it in other people to kind of speak their mind as if they're being interviewed?
So that is something that I will be doing as well. I actually reached out to a couple of people that actually were in the film.
Oh, nice.
To see if they would be interested in talking. Now, granted, of course, I can't talk to any of the main cast because for the most part, they died in the fucking series, but there's side characters and stuff that are on some of the Friday the 13th groups that I'm in. And so hopefully that can happen. And I am also working on an episode later on down the way where I will be doing the Terrifier series, and I will try to I've already been in contact, so it's probably gonna happen, and I will be doing a pretty cool fucking interview for that one. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nice. And once we have that information, we will put that down in the description below, which we already have, the Psycho Nerd and the wrestling and all that stuff down in the description below. We are only sitting at 11 subscribers on YouTube. I want that number to be up to 25 by the end of March. Let's make this
Follow
happen.
it. Do it for my birthday. Do it for
what?
me.
Do it because it's free. All you gotta do is click the follow button and click the bell notification saying, hey, a new movie review is coming out. These guys are fucking awesome. Let's fucking listen to what they gotta say.
I am 34 years old tomorrow. Let's get those numbers up. Let's get it up to at least 34.
Are you being
34.
legit right now?
No.
Yeah, I didn't
look
think
at
so.
me. Look at me. I don't look a day over 34.
I don't believe that bullshit, motherfucker. You're 25. Quit lying.
Oh,
Quit
Like
fucking
it, brother.
lying.
Like I don't got a speckle of gray in my hair at all.
Yeah, you know what? Piss off. I got plenty.
And besides the Real Movie Critics, we also have the Jazz Zodiac podcast, which is my WWE Raw, SmackDown, and news review show. We drop that episode on Mondays at noon Central Standard Time. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and the video version on YouTube, as well as this one, the Real Movie Critics, real reviews by real fans, also on Spotify and YouTube for the video. Again, get those numbers up, like, subscribe, follow, comment. We had a comment on TikTok, and it was about Scream 7. It wasn't even about the movie we were talking about. It was about looking forward to Scream 7. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, let's get those numbers up, guys. Let's get up to at least 25 by the end of March. We have time.
Speaking of Screen 7, you know what? I had to go on TikTok and repost my video that I did last year where I talked about the stupidity of the naming of the fifth Scream movie where it didn't have Scream 5, even though Scream 6 used the N with the V1. And I made a video about why couldn't you use the V in the fucking word Scream for that one? I actually pointed it out. Like, how do you mess that up? How do you mess that up? I mean, I don't get it.
I don't know.
But whatever.
Oh, Scuba,
Ladies and gentlemen, the wife just flashed me her boobies and said it's time to go.
Yeah, I don't want to cock block you again this time. So
No, I'm joking. No.
Time to make another baby.
She just pointed it, mind you, I've been stuck at home with the kids. I've been going crazy. She's been working at night, bless her heart. She's been fucking busting ass. I've been busting ass, and she just popped her head in and said, I got us a babysitter. We're going to the movies. Hurry the fuck up.
Yeah.
fuck
I don't know what we're watching. I have no fucking idea. We got a babysitter. It is a joyous day.
And yeah,
All hail Lord Scuba.
I can totally relate to that. But for the Psycho Nerd and for Lord Scuba-Cabra, I am the Jazz Zodiac. This has been the Real Movie Critics. I want to thank you for watching and or listening to us. And remember, kids, there's always time for one more binge. We will see you next time.
Listen, you gotta get out of those clothes. Nobody said this is gonna be easy.
You don't understand. There was something in the woods, David. And I think it's in here with us. Now.
Want me in the room?